Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is Mac Voices at Macstock in Woodstock, Illinois. I came off the stage this morning, and one of the first people that I got to meet was Mr. Jeff Butts, one of the newest additions to the Mac Observer. Jeff, welcome.
Thanks, Chuck. Chuck, glad to be here.
And it's good to meet you in person. I mean, now I've heard you on Daily Observations. I've heard you on let's see what else, Apple Context Machine. But now I get to see you and meet you in person.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man.
Yeah. So you have kind of a unique backstory as to how you came to the Hackintosh, and I wanted to find out how you came to that and to the Mac Observer.
Sure. Well, starting out, I've been a PC guy for years. I got my start on the PC on a 386, or actually first it was a 286. Did customer support for Windows 95, OS2, Windows 98, so on. And then I moved away from it and got burned out in IT, went back to school, got my bachelor's in English, and I was in the middle of my first semester of my master's in English, finals week, when my Dell laptop Windows got pooched. Yeah, so like anybody would do, I decided, okay, it's already broken, I'm going to break it more. I'd already played with Linux, so that was boring. There's nothing fun there. My deal is when I get stressed out, I break things. I void warranties. So I decided I'm going to get a copy of Mac OS and I'm going to install it on this Dell laptop and get it working, finish my papers for finals week, and be done.
So in the middle of finals week, you decided to create a Hackintosh laptop.
Yeah, a HackBook Pro.
Okay. Because what else would you do?
Exactly. You know what? That's what any smart person would do, right?
And how did it work out?
It worked better than Windows did. And I finished out the semester, 4.0 semester, so I'd say it worked out fine.
Okay, so fast forward a few years to we're here at Macstock. How did you come to start writing for the Mac Observer?
Yeah, so still doing my master's in English, I decided to branch out a little bit into some freelance writing. I went to Macworld Expo in about 2010. I'd been listening to Jeff Gamet, Dave Hamilton, John F. Braun, Ken Ray. Was really excited to meet those guys in person. Met them in person. They were just as awesome as I thought they were. I talked to Jeff Gamet, said I want to do some writing. He said, well, let me see some of your stuff. I showed him some of my stuff. He said, yeah, we'll have you come on and do reviews for us. So I wrote reviews for TMO for about a year. Then I went away for a while. And I came back, I believe, in February, and I've been a daily contributor at TMO ever since.
And it's a pleasure because, like so many things, TMO has people come and go, and you get used to their writing, then they disappear. But watching yours and listening to your commentary on the TMO podcasts really left me with a sense that this guy really knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of depth. With the Hackintosh project, now I know why I felt that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I broke into that. The idea came about purely by accident when we were talking about my backstory. And Brian Chaffin said, I would really love for you to become an authority on Hackintosh. And mainly because that would make us an authority on Hackintosh. So that's what we're working on.
That's great. So that means there's more great content coming from TMO in the arena of Hackintosh.
Absolutely. In fact, Monday or Tuesday, I'll have an article going live on how to get your first Hackintosh install kicked off, how to create the install media and what to look for and get that installation going.
Okay, now I don't want to spoil anything, but I will ask this much about a Hackintosh project. Mm-hmm. It's primarily software. It's only software. Do we have any hardware hacking to do?
There's a lot of hardware hacking to do.
A lot of hardware.
Oh, yeah. You have to pick the right components. You have to have the right hardware. If you don't have the right hardware, you have to find the right drivers. And I'm working with High Sierra, and I've already talked on Mac Observer before about how High Sierra is a little bit easier. And so we'll dive into that a little bit more in the article.
Great. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.
And I'm looking forward, if you will, I'd love to have you come back on Mac Voices to chat, be part of the Mac jury, a little bit of everything, if that's okay.
That sounds great to me, man.
Good. All right. Well, we'll do it.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Chuck.
If folks want to find you, obviously at TMO, but where else can they find you?
They can find me at Clefmeister on Twitter. At TMO is Jeff Butts. App Advice is Jeff Burns. BYRNES. And if you can find me on Facebook, I'm there as Jeff Burns, Byrnes on Facebook.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Folks, we'll have more from Macstock in Woodstock, Illinois. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes, links to subscribe, and to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, SoundCloud, the MacVoices blog, the MacVoices Dispatch, our weekly newsletter, and on MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard that helps you do more with your Apple tech. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.